just to manage your expectations. We could create like a 3-week summit out of this, and we could map all of the themes. Unfortunately, we have 7 hours together today. So what I would like to do is I'm going to take the first stab at one theme I've heard, and I'm going to be putting it up here, and I want to check in with you if it's an accurate reflection. And I just want people to yell out some themes, and we'll try and condense those words that you say into kind of 8 blocks. Because I think this clustering and linking, I think is I've heard happening. Would you see the one theme that has come up today, and it's a big bucket, I'm not getting into it, it's a big bucket. One theme that I really heard come up today is the experience of loneliness amongst you. Like, would you raise your hand and oh crap, you can do whatever you want. Low, I'm very bad at spelling. Low. Is that how you spell loneliness? Thank you. There you go. Thank you. That's good. Peer support. So loneliness, so this is, again, there's lots to do with loneliness, and it will be up to Alex and Susan and others to figure out what to do with these themes, but we've got one bucket. I heard peer support. Would you endorse peer support?
Yes.
Peer support. Okay, that's a key one. So I'm keen to hear, because I don't want to own this process, I just want to kind of get it going. Think thematically, and shout it out, shout out.
You add mentoring to that?
Oh, to peer support? Okay, add mentoring. Great. Would people agree with it? Okay, great. Mentoring. What other themes have you heard? Yes, shout it out.
Faculty involvement.
Oh, okay, faculty involvement. So faculty involvement, the involvement of instructors. Yeah, would people signal that as a theme? Yeah? So faculty involvement. Excellent. Culture. So I think I heard culture spoken into being in very different ways and some common ways. So I think change. Yes. So change the culture, or there's a flip on this too, like cultural awareness. And include. I'm going to put all of these words on here. Are you okay with me doing that?
Yeah.
Diversity, inclusion, bridges. So there's a whole theme around, like, we can do all of the mental health training in the world, important as it is, but if we don't figure out how to accept each other and embrace each other, we have a big problem. What other things? Yes, Olga.
Meaningful community. Like, community is a word we use.
And we bandy it around.
Yeah, but resonating, meaningful, engaging, focused.
Would you see that sitting as here, or do you want it on its own? On its own? How many of you would support having meaningful community engagement on its own? As a think that community that also. So you're a very effective crowd. Very productive. Meaningful community. And I think Francis and Sebastian both said this, all of them have said this, but that meaningful engagement in people's lives, I think one of you said that community piece. So meaningful community. Sorry, my writing's terrible. Yes?
Communicating, not using lexicology, so communicating face-to-face via narratives.
Okay, so would you see that as sitting up here somewhere in one that I've already written, or the interaction? Could I pop it here?
How about storytelling?
Okay, so interaction, communication, stories, maybe as tools. Okay. I'll just pop these here. Okay, that's a great one. A couple more, 3 more. Themes, big themes.
Safe space.
Safe space. So safe spaces. Do you think that's a separate one?
Yeah.
Would that be endorsing to that? Is that correct? Okay, safe space. Safe spaces. I heard Carol say spaces a lot around spaces where people can.
Built environment.
Oh, built environment in spaces? Yeah, okay. So the built environment.
Something on the open door policy for not just faculty, but also administrative offices and coordinators.
Do you think that sits up here at every?
I don't know. I think that students need to know that they have support in the administrative offices as well as faculty. And I don't
Right, so administrative and faculty, where every door is the right door. Every door is the right door. Yeah. So I think I just had to be, you can correct me because I really want to be respectful. But I think there's a link to spaces, I think.
I don't think the space.
Okay. I can move this.
I don't know.
I'll just. Oh, okay. Yeah, over here. Great.
So you could say faculty and staff.
Oh, and staff here too? Oh, great.
I'm thinking accessibility, because I'm thinking of timeliness, like when that is there when you need it.
Should I put this here?
So I'm thinking the open door is, well, accessibility, right? So it might be.
And I hear what you're doing. You're playing with the notion of accessibility, because accessibility means different things. It can sometimes mean wheelchair ramps. It can mean.
I mean that the need when the need for arises, it's there.
It's there. And so every door is, and that's not my phrase, it's like a good friend of mine's phrase, that every door's the right door. That's great. Yes, we go, oh, great, walking still, gosh, wow. Yell it out, the fellow with the glasses is back there.
Moving beyond the 1 to 5 year old to the downstairs. So how do you
5 and 5.
5 and 5. 5 and 5. So where will you see this going? Separate. So that's a Jack Project notion there. Yes, and the purple.
Cross collaboration between faculty, students, administration.
Do you think that belongs in a theme up here? Or? Faculty. So cross collaboration. Would you be okay with that? So we're gonna unfortunately have to limit this slightly. But just a few more. Yes, the start there.
Just as I'm not sure that it's come up necessarily as a theme, but just as a recognition that certainly across the colleges that the resources that are available to some of the colleges might not be as vast as the smaller colleges. You know, like from Fleming, for example, we have 6,500 students, whereas Brown certainly does not. So our resources to be able to put some of these programs into place are not comparable, and so that is often a challenge or a barrier to be able to implement some of these things. And so to be able to put funding or whatever into those to create these programs is certainly needs to be a priority in some capacity.
So funding and resources is key. Do you see it belonging up here or resources as? I'll put resources here. And I'm going to take 2 more. I'm so sorry to cut things off, but let me take 2 more. Randomly. Over there, yes.
Yes, I think we have to look at language because a lot of learners already, students already coming to the program already labeled like priority neighborhoods and, at-risk and all of that. So
Yeah.
the importance of language and wording.
Yeah.
And that will remove the labels.
Yes. Do you see that? Because I really resonate with that. Look around. I mean, it's a oh, very good. So language, I really agree with you. I think at-risk, dropout, underachieving, depressed, like those are very weighty labels. Yeah, we can look at inclusive labeling too. Oh, inclusive here too in language, and I'll put labels up here. And I'm going to take 1 more. I'm not going to pick. Shout it out.
Validation.
Okay. Are you going to go? Yes, the pink.
Education, so workshop.
Okay. Do you think that needs to go somewhere? 5 and 5? Resources here? Education?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Alex and Susan, I think you've noticed that this is brimming, right? Brimming with ideas. Chase these 2 down with a little bit of ideas. They'll be able to capture. So let me just explain before we pause for lunch, just the next step. I will be back later today. First, I want to say thank you again to the panelists. I want to say thank you to all of you. You've been great. Over lunch, take your budget of dots, your 5 dots.
6.
This isn't fully representative,
6.
but put your dots where you want to put your dots. Where you think we need to act first to make meaningful change in building a healthy campus community at Shoretown. Does that make sense? Super. I'm done.